G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am of course Akephalos, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Path of Champions in Legends of Runeterra. We are going to be doing the new 4-star Targon campaign here against Aurelion Sol, and we're going to be using Garen for this run. Now if you've caught the previous episode, the Jin episode, where I successfully beat A.Sol with him, I did mention that there was a little bit of a surprise in store for you guys, and this is going to be the surprise. So I hope you guys are excited, because this Garen run, I dare say, might be one of the craziest Garen runs that you will possibly see. So let me just quickly go into Garen itself and quickly explain why. Now, if we go straight into the Relics tab, you're gonna see I don't just have one, I don't just have two, but I have 3 Curator's Gatebreakers equipped here. 3 Curator's Gatebreakers. So when I'm summoned, I strike the Nexus. This is gonna trigger 3 times, and this is gonna be exceptional on Garen, and not just exceptional, but insane. Alright, so I think some of you who are watching will probably already work things out, and you're thinking, yeah, this is definitely going to be great. But let me just quickly show you some math for those of you who are new to the game, of course, new to the Path of Champions, and you're wondering why is this so major. So let me just quickly and briefly go over the math, and then we are going to go straight into the run. Okay, so Garen is going to come on at 5 power, as we all know. Upon first strike, he's gonna deal 5 Nexus damage because of the Gatebreaker. Now, his star power, which we will get to in a second, will give him a +2, and he's going to go up to 7. So with that 7 power, he's going to strike for a second time. That's going to be 7 accumulative Nexus damage. So bear in mind the accumulative Nexus damage, by the way, guys. Garen gets a +2 again because of star power. He goes up to a 9. Now Garen has struck twice. He's going to level up. That means he's going to get a +1. So he's going to go up to a 10. The third and final Gatebreaker is going to kick in, and he's going to deal an additional 10 Nexus damage on top of that. So that's going to bring him up after his star power from a 10 to a 12 because of the +2. Now that's gonna be that's gonna be another matter itself, the whatever power Garen gets. But the most important thing here is the total cumulative Nexus damage. 5 plus 7 plus 10. That's gonna be 22 Nexus damage upon summoning Garen. This is, I think, enough to mop the floor in the the other champions, the basic path champions, if you will. I think there will be a slight problem, or maybe a slight roadblock in terms of the Aurelion Sol battle itself, because as we all know, Aurelion Sol has 50 health, so I think this would mean that we have to bring on Garen twice. Potentially we would want the Aurelion Sol to obliterate our Garen, and maybe we bring on another one and we get the free win. But this is probably going to be one of the more insane builds out there, because I understand not many people is going to have 3 Curator's Gatebreakers, and I would say I'm kind of lucky because I got 3 of them here. I don't know how, don't ask me why, but all I know is that I'm super excited to give this a shot. But anyway, let's go ahead and go into the star powers first, and then we are going to get this run started. So Demacian Might 2, when an ally strikes granted +2/+2, this is the power that I was saying earlier that will give Garen a +2. It's going to be a universal power, and I think it would really be very beneficial from my personal experience of using Garen. And Justice +1 storing mana around start, create a fleeting single combat in hand. This is also really nice because it could actually help accelerate the Demacian Might power here. So I think you guys who have played Garen or are kind of familiar with the Path of Champions will know, but we will probably get into that a little bit more in detail when we actually start the run. Alright, in terms of champion level here, level 30, that's why I have access to 3 rare relic slots, and obviously as you can see I have the 2840 starring Nexus health, which is of course amazing, but that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and quickly get this insane run started, guys. I am super excited to try this. So I think if if everything goes well, we get some decent powers on the Aurelion Sol, and when I mean decent, I mean easy. We should be able to beat this run in like what, maybe half an hour or maybe 45 minutes. I'm gonna challenge myself. I've been doing 1 hour long episodes. I'm gonna see if I could break it down into something a little bit more shorter. So let's go ahead and get this run started. Alright, we are in. First things first is to check the A.Sol. Please don't give me Unyielding Determination. If it's Unyielding Determination, it could be a little bit scary. So I'm hoping it's something else. It is Duplicate, which isn't great, but I think we should be able to work with that. It's a little scary, of course, Duplicate, but I think it's much better than Unyielding Determination. Garen here is heavily reliant on playing aggressively, so it's a really bit, a little bit counterintuitive, if you would say. I don't think the Demacian deck is meant for aggro. I could be wrong, but I think it's a little bit more of an aggressive Demacian deck in this instance. Let's see what our final bosses and not final bosses, their mini bosses and their respective powers are. So Azir here with the power overwhelming, that's fine. Tahm Kench here with Duplicate is not great, but it's still okay. And Swain here is also power overwhelming, which is alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and head to the power node and pick up our first power. Hopefully something amazing. Right, we get, game start, shuffle 10 level 2 champions into your deck. They cost 1. I'm actually not gonna pick this up. I know this is good, but the problem is that, you know, we really need Garen to come on. So I think I would like to reroll this. I know this sounds like lunacy here, like pure craziness to reroll a legendary power. But I am gonna reroll this because what I want is a cost reduction on Garen or something that will actually boost his already in high, high stat or something. So I'm gonna try to reroll that. Round stat grant the weakest ally. Fleeting Blade's Edge, Fleeting Copy, not great. We're gonna reroll. If we have to spend our rerolls here, I will. Refill your spell mana is actually kind of nice because you must remember we have the, where is it? The fleeting single combat in hand. So that could actually be good on turn 1. However, I think we're going to try to reroll again. Your spells cost 1 less. Your summon an Empress Die, create 3 chrono breaks in hand. Okay, I tell you what. I feel like this is trying to tell me something because, you know, spells cost 1 less is pretty much going to reduce the cost of the singles combat. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if you're superstitious, but sometimes I kind of am. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick up the spell slinger here. I know I said I want to reroll for something better, but I think we'll just keep one of it for later, just in case we don't get anything good. So we'll pick up the spell slinger here. Okay, so let's take on Swain.
Show them their...
Okay, so we get Garen here, but we can't play him because he's kind of expensive. We get some other good units as well, like the Blade Keeper and Brightsteel Protector, as well as the Protege. I think we can safely reroll the Garen because we are guaranteed to draw him on turn 1. And we get him back. Okay, we get Defender here, which is nice. We'll bring him on. Let's put on the Protege here.
Strength and grace, beauty in the blade.
We can take out this Trifarian Hopeful. I just realized this is Noxus versus Demacia, which is like the classic rivalry, for those of you who don't know about League lore. This is amazing. Storyline accuracy is really important to me.
I have my orders.
Okay, Legion Saboteur here. I think what I'll do is we'll play Blade Keeper and give the Protege some health. Because if I'm not mistaken, Swain will deal 1 to all the player's damage units upon round end. We might even just put on the Brightsteel Protector and give this guy 8-6, the 860 barrier, just in case. There we go. He survived, which is cool. Alright, and this is where the magic happens, guys. I'm gonna bring on Garen and you'll see what I mean.
For king and country. Press the advantage.
I think you guys all saw that. 5 plus 7 plus 10. That's a total of 22. So if we can bring the Nexus down into, below 22, the second we summon Garen is a guaranteed win, which is amazing. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to pick up an upgrade. I think we'll just pick up a Silverwing Challenger. Looks nice. Summon an exact copy of me could be good. The acceleration gate is kind of decent as well. In fact, I like all of these if I'm gonna be honest, because I think we're still gonna mop the floor with Garen. However, I think we'll just bring on the Silverwing Vanguard because the Challenger could be useful, especially against the Aurelion Sol battle. So yeah, we're gonna pick this up. Okay, let's take on this support champion here. Sorry, let's pick up the support champion, I should say. And I see a Karma here, which is amazing. I think we might just head to that. I'll get to that in a second. But let's see what we get here. We get Caitlyn, we get Xerath, and we get Gwen. Gwen looks the best, but... oh, it's Colossal Hammer. Okay, I thought this was Radiant Plate Armor. If it's a Radiant Plate Armor, I probably would avoid that. But the Colossal Hammer looks great. And at the same time, it has some lifesteal, which could be useful. I might just pick it up. Let's see what our other options first. Xerath here, I think, requires landmarks, and we're not going to get that too much. Caitlyn could be good because of the fact that she has traps. I think what I'm going to do... Okay, I tell you what. We're actually going to go ahead and pick up the Gwen here, I think. The Gwen could be good. because it has lifesteal, it could be important. So this is Caitlyn here with an item chest, and we have Karma up top with a shop. Now, I am gonna head to Karma, because, you know, I know it sounds like craziness, but just picture this. If we can get Garen on a turn 1, that's gonna be a guaranteed kill, because if I'm not mistaken, the early stages have like only 20 Nexus health or something. So this is gonna be a guaranteed kill the second we bring Garen on. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the Karma.
Always trust your spirit.
Right, we're gonna re-roll because we are taking on a Karma and we will have 10 Nexus health. So, sorry, not Nexus health, but 10 starring mana. That means we can fill our hand with expensive units. It should be fine. Okay, we've won. We have won. Alright, this is all we need to do.
For justice, for Demacia. I will not falter!
See, this is why I say it's probably going to be insane and, you know, maybe a little bit boring for some of you, but I think this is kind of fun because we're going to exile, essentially we're just going to mop up the entire lap here, the entire Path of Champions here, just by summoning Garen alone, which I think is kind of, you know, insane, I would say. But yeah, let's pick up a battle rewards here. Boisterous Host, Hallowed, +1/+1, Fury, and I Am a Dragon. I think we're just going to pick this up. The revive here could actually be good. Is the revive going to count as a summon though? I'm wondering if we could use that into Aurelion Sol. Okay, you know what? Let's not be too, well, I would say let's not overthink it too much. So I think we're just going to pick up the Boisterous Host here. I think this is the best option overall, so we'll pick it up. Right, so what are options here? We have sorry, not Caitlyn, but we have Ashe there with the Round Start Frost by the player's strongest unit. Jhin here with the elaborate plans. It doesn't really matter. We bring on Garen, we win. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the shop here and pick up a power with the gold we have. Vanguard Lookouts is kind of nice, so we're going to purchase this. We're not going to waste the reroll on a purchasing shop. We're probably going to use it on like one of the free powers or something. So here we'll just purchase the Vanguard Lookout. Right, let's go ahead and take on Ashe.
I'll lead the way.
Okay, so Remembrance, Silverwing Vanguard, Lauren Bladekeeper, and Defender. I think we can reroll these three. We'll keep the Defender. We should be able to draw a Garen here. There we go, which is nice, and we get basically guaranteed to win. Okay, let's drop the Defender first. We're gonna attack with everything. We just need to weather the storm a little bit because Ashe will come on a little bit earlier, but it should be okay.
All the world on one arrow.
Okay, it's fine. I think what we'll do is we'll actually do a... No, we'll not do a singles combat. Let's actually put the Fleet Feather Tracker. We're just trying to stall out some turns in preparation for Garen.
Stand together.
Alright, let's put one of our 0 costs here.
Won't pass these walls.
We're just gonna stall out some turns. Let's even play the singles combat here, and I think we'll strike this guy. Because the Ashe is probably going to level up. I want to get rid of the Destiny Pearl. Garen will come on the next turn, I believe. Because we have 4 mana here.
Avarosa, guide me.
Right, so we're just gonna fill the hand with, you know, we're just gonna, you know, fill the board with a lot of blocking units, I would say. We're not gonna attack here. I think we will attack. We'll just attack this guy. Yeah, there we go. And we should have the win next turn.
Nothing escapes my watch.
Go ahead, go ahead. You can take the Frostbite. Yes, I will take your Nexus. There we go.
For king and country. Press the advantage.
Okay, so let's see what upgrades we get here. We get Crumble, Might of the Vanguard, and Minion. Kill an ally to kill a unit or destroy a landmark. Grant the top ally in a deck +6/+6. We're probably not going to see too much use of this because we're probably going to draw Garen. Last Breath, create a copy of me in hand at the next round start. It could be worthwhile as a blocking unit, so I'm just going to pick this up. Let's see what shop is this. It's a Rekindler. We get a Revive, I think, right? I don't think we're going to spend the gold here. We don't need the Revive, I would say. Let's go ahead and just head to the shop. We should not be able to purchase any powers. We don't have enough gold, I think. Yeah, we don't have enough. It's kind of sad, though, because this higher education is kind of decent. We're only short of 10 gold. But I think we'll just leave that for now. I will keep the reroll. So let's go ahead and take on Tahm Kench here.
It is my
Right, we get Gwen here, which is good. That way we eliminate the odds of drawing a Gwen later. So I will keep her in here. We will reroll Sharp Sight and this Sharp Sight and see what we get. I'm happy to keep this Fleet Feather Tracker too. Okay, we get 2 Garens, which is nice. Let's bring on 1 tracker first. Can even do singles combat. We will take out, we'll spend the mana. It's not necessary, but, you know, we'll spend the mana. What I mean by not necessary is that it's not going to kill anything, but we will still spend it. Probably going to spend the gem here, but it's fine. Go ahead, go ahead.
These were from the Protector himself.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is we will do another singles combat, I would say. Or actually, you know what? Let's attack first.
I'm watching you.
This might be better.
Protector, shield me.
And this is what we'll do. We'll do singles combat. We will deal damage to this guy. This Vanguard Lookout will get the level up from the strike. We bring it down to 21. We bring on Garen and we win again. Wonderful.
There's always room for cover.
Double Toms is fine, because we just need to stall out the turn. Let's put the Silverwing Vanguard. Actually, in hindsight, this is a good unit, the Vanguard. That is because, you know, all we need to do is we need to actually just, you know, summon it, and we have a lot of blocking units. Okay, so one of the Tahm Kench is gonna strike it, which is fine. We're gonna let it resolve.
Allow me a small sample.
Let's actually do a single combat, and we'll take out the 1 tree. So I think what we'll do is we will use this guy on this fellow. There we go.
Let us reconnoiter.
Right, we'll stall out the turns, like so.
The alarm. Stay safe.
Where there's a will, there's a meal.
Okay, we'll bring on Garen here, and this might be one of the rare instances where the battle will go a little bit longer. I'll talk about it a little bit more in a second. Let's bring on Garen first.
For king and country. Press the advantage.
A little luck for those who need it.
Okay, so The thing with Garen is, like I've said earlier, I think you might have seen, we need to get him below a certain threshold. That way we could instant win games. But if the game is not below a certain threshold, it's probably gonna act like a regular battle. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna attack like so. We'll drag this guy here. We'll hang the 6-8 back, and we'll commit this.
You spurn my gift.
I know.
Alright, so if it kills Garen next turn, it's much better because all we do is we bring on another one. Okay, so let's actually do pick an ally here. I think we'll just kill this 8-11 since we can.
Be brave.
Or frankly, even if the Tahm Kench captures this Garen, we bring on another one, we still win. Which is amazing.
Stay resolute.
Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does.
Oh, I don't require menu.
Okay, it's fine. It wants to heal itself. Right, we still can win here because, of course, Garen also has Rally. So that way we could just attack straight up. There we go.
Another nibble.
Alright, awesome. So let's see what we get here. When I'm summoned here, Nexus equal to my cost. Toughen +0/+2. I'm gonna be frank, these aren't really good battle rewards on Garen. Ideally, we want stuff that will boost his power. I am tempted to use the reroll here and see what we get, but at the same time, I want to see what power we'll get later. Okay, tell you what, we are gonna spend the reroll here. I want to see if we could get a better, upgrade here on Garen. Okay, we get +1/+3. We get a Dragon's Tooth with a Fury that could be good as well. The +1/+3 looks better though. The Fury is definitely decent, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, we are going to be striking the Nexus. So if this was a Stalker's Blade, if one of these was a Stalker's Blade, it would have been good. But we are striking the Nexus, and I think I prefer, I would say, more body in terms of the health itself. +1/+3. No, you know what? We're going to go with the Dragon's Tooth. On second thought, we are going to go with the Dragon's Tooth. It could be useful on a blocking turn. So I just wanted to make sure I get the right pick here. Okay, so let's see what power we get. Hopefully something decent. Oh my god, this is amazing. Spells cost 1 less, mana flow get a mana gem, or round start get a mana gem. This is like a better version of mana flow, so obviously I'm gonna go for the legendary here. We can bring on Garen so early, and that is gonna be, absolutely absurd, I would say. Gold chest here, item chest. I think we're gonna head down to the item chest. It looks much better. So Zoe is probably gonna be our target. That was definitely the right pick to pick up the, to spend the reroll at the champion upgrade there, because we have the perfected mana flow. We don't need to worry too much about cost now. Okay, so we get 2 Gwens here. I will keep both of them because I am worried about drawing one of them and we don't get Garen. So what I will reroll is I will reroll the Silverwing Vanguard. That way we could see we could get something else and we can get Garen potentially on one of the early turns, which is nice. Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll take the 2 damage here, I think. Let's actually put on the Boisterous... what's this called again? The Boisterous Host here. Actually, we can kill it, if I'm being honest, with this single combat. It's gonna be fine. Right, so let's go ahead and do this. We'll negate the 2 damage from the Zoe. Probably gonna get Garen next turn. Yes, we are.
We fight for those who cannot. Press the advantage!
Actually, I forgot to point out one more thing. Is that, you know, the reason why I would have preferred a power upgrade on Garen is because you must remember, I think you guys are pretty aware of that. But just to explain, we have the Curator's Gatebreaker, so basically the threshold before that +1/+1 from the Dragon's Tooth is to get the Nexus below 22. I think it was 22, that is the threshold for Garen to get lethal, but because we have the additional +1, it's gonna, you know, increase +1 for every step, so it's gonna be a plus, it's gonna be a, I think the threshold is gonna go up by a 3 in total if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I got my mathematics right, I'm just doing some rough calculation in my head here. But yeah, the +1 was definitely the right call here. If we get more power upgrades to Garen, it would be amazing. I'm trying to aim for something like a Phage or something, but we'll see later on. Let's go ahead and pick up this battle reward here first. Citria the Bowl, attack, give other allies +1/+1 and fearsome this round. I'm probably either going to go for the Fall on the Citria. I'm not going to go for a Senna because the last thing I want is more champions in the deck. I'm aiming to get Garen consistently, so I don't need more champions. For the Fallen, when you summon an elite, reduce my cost by 1. For each ally that died this round, summon a Dauntless Vanguard. Round end, reduce my cost by 1. Okay, this could actually be good because it's going to be a consistent cost reduction, so I think we'll pick this up just in case. And let's see, gold chest, item chest, this is Fiora and this is Sejuani. I think we're gonna head down to Fiora because the item chest could be important. If we could get an upgrade to Garen, it would be amazing. No upgrade to Garen, but it's fine. We get even more cost reduction on the Remembrance, and we get a +1/+3 on the Silverwing Vanguard. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get an upgrade to the Vanguard because we will be summoning it, I think, as a blocking unit, so it could be more useful to have more copies of it in the deck. Because as we all know, selecting more upgrades for a specific card will give us more copies of that specific card. Okay, let's take on Fiora here.
I would gut down.
Right, we get a Garen here, which is good. We get Protege here. I think I'm happy to keep this if I'm being honest. We can bring on the Blade Keeper even though we lose the playability. But, right, we have perfected Mana Flow. We can bring on Protege on turn 1. Okay, so we'll do that. Protege on.
Break their spirits and their swords.
Okay, I'm gonna bring on Garen here.
We fight for those who cannot. I will not falter!
And we get more upgrades to Garen, even though it's a +0/+2. I'm super happy with this because we're probably gonna steamroll through this entire adventure, which is super cool. So yeah, we're gonna pick up the Giant's Belt here on him. It's not gonna be that important, but well, when I mean not important, it's not gonna be that useful because I prefer a power upgrade. But we'll pick it up. It's an upgrade to Garen. Why not? So let's head to the shop here and see if we could get something decent. Weakest enemy vulnerable is not that great, but I think it should be fine. We'll purchase it regardless. Could have its uses. So we have a spell chest as well as a champion item chest. So I think we're just gonna head to Jinx.
I like you.
Right, so let's take out the sharp side and for the Fallen. I think we can keep the rest. Oh, we get Gwen this time. Okay, so this might be a little bit challenging now. If we don't get Garen, it's gonna be a little bit problematic. But it should be fine. Let's actually drop the Protege here.
Break their spirits and their swords.
And we do get him regardless, which is good. Let's attack first. Now, this is one trick you can use. You can attack first.
Watch my post.
Get the Nexus as low as possible. I think this should be 28 if I'm not mistaken. So if it is 28, I think Garen should have enough. If not, we'll just get the rally and then attack next turn. Okay, I think this is what we'll do. This might be better. We have some mana for singles combat. We'll cast Garen next turn. Because what we can do actually is to do a 3-5 here. We take the 3-5. We attack the 1-1. We get more damage. That will go down to a 26 if I'm not mistaken. It should be enough for him. I'll just bring on Gwen just for fun.
If only she could see me. Jinx? Stand for Jinx?
Jinx will come in here, but it's fine. Let's drop the Garen. And we might just win.
My bargain blue for Bablapia.
We must not relax!
Okay, not quite. So that means our threshold is gonna be 25 damage because that was 26 Nexus health. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is we'll just spam some units. Actually, not spam. We'll just use a singles combat. We can block this guy. We can block the Jinx, and we'll only take 4 damage from the Super Mega Death Rocket. Cool. And let's go. We win here.
Did you see that? I did that. Me.
Didn't I tell you guys this was gonna be a super insane run? It's only like what 30-35 minutes and we're almost at the second champion already. The final mini boss. Okay, let's just quickly pick up the Laurent Bladekeeper here. The upgrade on him could be decent. And I'm excited to see what champion item this gives us. Hopefully a upgrade to Garen. We get a Colossal Hammer. This is what I want. This is the stuff that I want. The main objective is to bring Garen up so damn big. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just annihilate the Nexus essentially. He feels more like Darius at this point. So we're gonna take that treasure. We're gonna head to the healer here. Take the 6 health back. And we're gonna take on Azir. Right, so Laurent Bladekeeper, Remembrance Protege. We'll take out Remembrance. We'll keep the rest of these. It should be fine. We have the mana flow. Must remember that. Oh man, we keep drawing Gwen this time for some reason. We really need Garen here, like I've said. But it's fine. Let's actually put Protege on.
Break their spirits and their soul.
Since it doesn't want to summon. This could be bad. If we don't get a Garen in the A.Sol battle, it could be a bit scary. But we do get him regardless. Okay, what am I worried about? Let's commit this. Alright, we win here. Our threshold was previously 25. The +3 from the Colossal Hammer is definitely going to increase it. I'm not sure by how much, but we're going to commit this and calculate from there. I'm going to keep an eye on the damage dealt.
For king and country. I will not falter.
So I think you can see the threshold has increased yet again. 9, 11, that's 20. Then the final one was 12. That's gonna be, or was it 14? It's either 32 or 34. So that means we have like what, more than half gone on the Aurelion Sol. I think it's about 2/3 of the Nexus health. My math isn't that accurate here, but I think it's around 2/3. So 2/3 of 50, I would say, roughly around there. But anyway, we have more upgrades here. We get a cost reduction, which we don't really need because we have the what is it? The perfected mana flow at this point. So I think we'll just try to beef up Garen even more. We have another Dragon's Tooth. It's a little bit redundant because we're gonna have 2 of it, but we're gonna pick this up because it's another +1, so it's definitely very nice. Okay, so the only thing that will make this even better is this final power node giving us an even more, you know, more beefed up stuff, like maybe a +1/+0 for all allies, or stuff like maybe an overwhelm, which could be great as well. Let's see what we get. Oh my god, we get an mana gem here. What in the world? We get so many mana gems. We're gonna pick this up because I think this is the best out of this set. Attack roll my health to match my power isn't that great. Pharaoh Prescience is kind of alright, I would say. But I think we should go with the mana gem here. That's definitely the best pick. I think a lot of you out there will probably be, you know, so disappointed right now because I just got 2 mana gem powers. This is absolutely ridiculous. Mana flow and perfected mana flow. Where the hell is it? There we go. That's gonna be like what? I think a Garen on turn 1 possibly, which is gonna be insane. Okay, let's go ahead and take on Katarina here, and I think it's really fitting as well to take on Katarina. Mainly because I want the shop note, but why I say it's fitting? It's because, you know, Garen and Kat, we all know the story. I think it's kind of cool. So let's take them on.
Ready for trouble?
Get 2 Garens here, we'll reroll one of them. Let's reroll Sharp Sight and For the Fallen. We might even get a turn 1 kill here if we can bring him on. Okay, we're gonna get 4 mana, which is not bad, but it's still okay. Let's actually bring on Gwen here, I would say.
If only she could see me.
Reporting in.
Okay, this is amazing. 10 damage straight up.
Let the bloodshed begin. Quick as a blade.
Alright, it's fine. We'll block this first, like so.
Cut to the chase.
Not on my watch.
They'll never know what killed them.
Stay safe.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kat. You're not gonna know what kills you. Because we're just gonna bring on Garen. Kratos Gatebreaker will take care of everything.
We fight for those who cannot. Press the advantage.
Just a stitch in time.
That threshold just keeps going up and up and up. Now it's at 37. 10 plus 12, that's 22. The last one I think was 15 or something, so it's around 37. That is just simply amazing, guys. Okay, so let's see what we pick up here. We can get a cost reduction on the Great Horn Companion. For the Fallen, another upgrade, and minion with the Ephemeral. I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pick up the Great Horn Companion here. Right, and let's see what we get here in the shop. This is Irelia. I hope it's not a duplicate power or something, because I think that could be a little bit scary. We'll get to that in a second. Let's see what power we get here. We get more cost reduction, which is insane. Okay, we're gonna pick this up. We can play Garen on turn 1 potentially now. Okay, so let's take on Irelia here. Level up. Okay, it's not too bad, so we'll take her on.
Fight for the first.
Alright, so we'll keep Garen here. We will reroll one of them, and we should be set. We might even win on the turn 1.
Well, what have we here?
Goodbye.
My heart and sword for Demacia. Press the advantage.
If we don't beat A.Sol with this, you know, I said in the Misfortune run, if we didn't beat A.Sol with that Misfortune run, that super insanely lucky Misfortune run I got, I'm officially the worst player. I take that back. If we don't beat A.Sol with this Garen, It's official. I am the worst player ever. For the first time, by the way, not not counting revives. If we have to revive, I'm definitely a bad player. But yeah, if we don't beat him at all, I'm the worst player, I would say. But regardless, let's pick up a upgrade here. I think it's not really gonna matter, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get a For the Fallen here with the Grifter's deck. I don't think it's gonna be that important, but we'll pick it up. Right, let's take on Misfortune.
Sure you can handle.
Okay, we already know we're gonna win here, so we're just gonna simply reroll and see what we get. Oh, okay. Okay, this is interesting. Alright, so we don't get Garen, it's actually gonna be a little bit more problematic, but you know, we should still be able to work with it. So let's drop the Gwen here first. I stand corrected. So looks like, you know, there is opportunity to screw things up. Let's actually drop the Laurent Bladekeeper, and I think we'll give that upgrade to Gwen, I presume.
For the honor of my
We're gonna attack with everything.
You there!
Put it like so.
My tools.
Misfortune's probably gonna block the Gwen, but it's fine.
Kind of party.
Oh, she blocks the Laurent Bladekeeper. Interesting. Alright, so we're gonna resolve this then. We get 13 damage there. Now, if we draw Garen next turn, we're guaranteed to get the win. If not, we're probably gonna have to drag out this battle longer.
One stitch at a time will make something totally new.
Hey, TF. How's the partner?
Pretty good. Quit smoking.
Alright, I think this one will do. Let's actually do singles combat here. We'll have Gwen kill Misfortune.
I'll be damned.
She'll die, but it's fine. I intended to do that regardless.
I never miss.
Because what we can do is, sure, you can get your one spell mana.
In.
Is gonna play Laurent Bladekeeper on one of the lookouts.
beauty is a blade.
We'll probably take some damage here, right?
The alarm!
We won't kill the TF, but we will kill it once we play Sharp Sight. There we go. Okay, Great Horn Companion on, because I want that scout. Still no Garen, interesting. I think we can just attack with everything. We don't need the scout necessarily. It has vulnerable, so we'll drag it to the weakest unit. And we should win still. Cool. Right, so that was definitely a bit of a reality check back there, because as you can see, if we don't get the cards we want, it's obviously not gonna work. So, you know, it's still okay, but we preferably would want the cards that I've set up to play specifically, and in this case, it's the Garen. But that's fine, we should still be okay. We're just gonna have to pray, you know, we get some good RNG against Aurelion Sol. For now, though, we are gonna pick up an upgrade to the Great Horn Companion. I believe with the barrier, it could be good. And right, let's take on A.Sol here.
Naturally.
Okay, much better. Let's actually reroll the Gwen. We'll take out this Garen and the Sharp Sight. I would like cheaper stuff, actually. Yeah. Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll bring on one Garen.
My heart and soul for democracy. We must not relent.
Okay, we'll take out one of them. Alright, the spell shield isn't gonna connect. Okay, we'll spend it regardless because we have excess mana. Actually, no. We can bring on the Fleet Feather Tracker. That'll be better. Okay, we'll let this resolve then. We'll let it get its Fury buff. It's fine. The ideal scenario here would be to have an Obliterate come on, take out this Garen, and then we can bring on another one. That would be the ideal scenario. But let's bring on the Fleet Feather Tracker. Okay, I think I have a plan. I think you know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna play Kamikaze here. We're just gonna send this guy off. And we should win. Thank you for killing us. Alright. We got our win here. Guys, didn't I say this was gonna be one of the quickest or possibly one of the, you know, insane episodes here on the channel? It's only been like, what, 45 minutes and we're done with A.Sol. I know it shows in-game completion time here about 23 minutes, but that only counts the matches itself, not the in-between stuff like the card selection and all that. All of that amounts to 43 and plus my intro and whatnot. So yeah, that's definitely why it took so long. But regardless, you know, Garen is probably one of the easier champions that you should look into using if you're struggling with the Path of Champions with the Aurelion Sol campaign itself. You're probably not gonna get three curated Gatebreakers like I have here. I understand. You can potentially swap it out for stuff like the Stalker's Blade is kind of decent because that will also contribute to the strike. It will strike the strongest enemies, so it's still kind of alright. And of course, finally, you can also use the Crown Guard Inheritance, which is the signature item of Garen, I believe. That way, after you struck twice, you can level up, and then you can rally, and then you can attack from there on out. So it could have its uses, and I don't deny, you know, I got really lucky because I have 3 of the same items, and at the same time, I got really lucky because I got a lot of decent powers here. So 2 mana flows really gave me a lot of options, and the stacked against them reduces the cost of the cards. So I'm definitely super lucky in that front. I do not deny that. But don't worry, if you guys are having some trouble with this run, feel free to drop a comment. I will try to help you guys out. But the most important thing is to keep trying. Just don't give up. You will definitely get a run that is really good. I promise you that. But for now though, we are gonna have to end things here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this run here with Garen, and if you did, consider leaving a like as well as subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate your support, but most importantly, it's so that you don't miss future episodes or uploads of Legends of Runeterra or Path of Champions content here on the channel. And with that being said, this is Akephalos signing off. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for joining me as well. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.